percent of a number. All right. So just a quick review. In one of the previous lessons, we talked about finding cross products. Okay, so what that means is you've got like two fractions, like 2/5, and then that's an unknown. We use it to figure out an unknown over 12. Okay, and remember with cross products, we multiplied across, so we did 2 times 12, 24, 5 times x, 5x is equal to 24. And remember at that point, then we used algebra to figure out, solve for x, divide by 5, divide by 5, x is equal to 4.8 would be the answer, 4.8. All right, so I just wanted to review cross products because you will need to know how to do this in order to find the percents. Okay, so we're going to set up those proportions again that we've been studying this whole chapter. You've got two fractions, they equal a proportion. A lot of times you have to find the unknown number. Well, we're going to use that same strategy to find the percent of a number. The trick for this is setting it up correctly. Okay, that's probably the hardest part, is just getting it set up, and then once it's set up, then you should know. Then you'll know exactly what to do. So we're going to set up two proportions. Okay, let's say we need to find 8% of 210. This is the problem. 8% of 210. Okay. So we're going to use proportions in order to solve this. Okay. So this is the tricky part, is getting it set up. This section is always going to be the percent. Okay. How would we write 8% as a fraction? Okay. Well, a percent is always out of what number? 100, right? So it's going to be over 100. 8% is 8 over 100, right? Okay, so this is always going to be the second thing, is whatever the percent is. If it's 25%, it's going to be 25 over 100. If it's 63%, it's going to be 63 over 100. So this 100 is always going to be that number there, okay? It's just going to be this will differ depending on whatever percent they're asking for. Okay, so we're looking for 8% of 210. Now this next part is where you really have to kind of think about how to set this up. Okay, we've got the top is always the part, and the bottom is always the whole. And it's the same thing right here. 8% is part of the whole, which is 100%. Okay, so with the 210, we need to think about, okay, well, is 210 the part, or is it the whole? Okay, well, if we're finding 8% of 210, we're trying to find a smaller piece out of 210, right? So 210 would be the whole. Okay, so 210 is going to go on the bottom. Okay, and then the question is what number is? So that is our unknown. So we're going to put our variable there. Okay, now at this point, we've got a proportion set up. We should be in familiar territory, right? Okay, well, how do we solve for x? Well, we're going to do cross products. Okay, so multiply across. So we've got 100x is equal to, well, whatever 210 times 8 is. Okay, 1680. All right, so 100x is equal to 1680. Okay, so remember what's the next step? Well, we're now using algebra. Yep, we divide by 100. That's gone. Divide this by 100. Okay, so 1680 divided by 100. Okay, all right, 100 goes on 168, 1. 680 goes into it 6 times. Now we got to add a decimal because we're going to start dropping zeros. 600, got 80, bring down another 0, 800. Okay, so x, I hope you can see that, is equal to 16.8. And that's my answer. 8% of 210 is 16.8. All right, let's do that again. And in this lesson, they're always going to have you find what number is what percent of another number. But I know once you get to like 7th grade math, they're going to kind of mix around the numbers and you're going to have to kind of figure out where to put things. All right, let's do 15% of 90. All right, 15% of 90. Okay, so we're going to get those proportions set up. Okay, so the first part should be getting the percent set up. And again, that should be easy peasy, right? Okay, it's always over 100 because it's a percent. So 15%, so that's 15 over 100. Okay, so then for the second part, remember we've got part whole. Okay, well 90. We're trying to find 15% of 90. So was 90 the piece the big piece that something's coming out of? Yeah, it's 90, and then the answer we know should be smaller than 90. So 90 is the whole, and we're looking for the part. All right, so cross products. 100x is equal to, oh, I should be able to do this in my head, but nope. Bam. Okay. All right, now my problem is 100x is equal to 1350. Well, okay, use my algebra skills. Divide by 100, divide by 100, and I should be able to do this in my head. X is equal to 13.5. All right, 13.5 is 15% of 90. All right, so that is how you find percents of a number. Set those proportions up, do cross products, and boom, you got your answer. All right, so good luck on the lesson.